So we have officially decided to sell our Airbnb. It hit the market today, and low key, I'm excited. Now, although we just bought the property 6 months ago, we came to the realization that in this season of our lives, where we are now, 6 months later, we no longer have the mental capacity, physical capacity, or financial capacity to run this property. And I would say it was a hard decision to make, but low key it wasn't because it came down to the numbers have to make sense. The numbers were making sense at one point, but they no longer are. In addition to that, the energy spent in return for what we were getting, it wasn't making sense. We never set out to Airbnb, which is also a challenge because when you are in something that you really didn't want to be in, it's easy to just be like, forget this. We did look for a long-term tenant to no avail. We had a short-term tenant who stayed for 1 month, which was really, really cool. But at the end of the day, it was like, we were like, no, no. In addition to all of that, like figuring out the best strategy to keep the house, it's just always something. Like when you own a property, especially an older home, our house that we bought is older, it's always something. Literally 30 minutes ago, a contractor was just here because the short-term tenant who left late last week said there was no hot water. Lo and behold, the contractor gets here today. The crawl space had flooded because of the storm last week, and we had no idea. It flooded so bad that it knocked out the hot water heater power. Like, what do you mean? So that was $125 spent for the contractors to come out. Luckily, he was able to get it back up and working, but it's just always something. A few months ago, it was a plumbing issue, and then it was the garbage disposal that cost 400 freaking dollars. Like, please, please. So, lots to share, lots of lessons learned. It was a really, really great experience, but it's time to close this chapter and we'll revisit it at another time in our lives.